sprint is basically a meeting of most of the programmers of the project, where we sit together in a room with laptops and internet connectivity and program, mostly in pairs. So two persons working on the same piece of code.
And the same effect could have been achieved with a very obscure subclassing.
Yes, I thought about this.
Completely unnatural subclassing.
Yeah, so it's better this way, I would say, because the subclassing would be completely obscure. Because constant would be subclasses of concrete, which it's
Well, I mean, the change in extend itself to support this feature are very minimalistic.
Yes, sure. I saw the previous check-in. But sure, definitively. You're thinking about pickling in these classes?
that was there already.
What?
Do we need to provide something more for pickling?
It should look like yes, but just for examples and see if we can propagate enough known information with it.
Because then we need to make it unambiguous now and
We will
decide.
need to write some kind of report on what optimization we did until that point. So.
Yes, but it says integrate the first core of my sequence. It's 6.1, May 2006. We didn't say anything about extending VP6 in our revised work plans. Deliverables due in May. 3 of them are VP8 stuff. And they will be. Yes.
I never knew. Noticed.
And you never
You never
noticed.
knew? I told you several times, you didn't believe me.
What? What did you never
That
notice?
the backends
Oh,
are
you see.
due for. No, but no.
Yes, but
Of course, because all VP8.
You're shook, that's what I said. So that means that instead of 7 deliverables, if we extend VP8 till the end of we can do the backends later. But that means we need to think about what do we report in May, and so we could group it in a 6y munchy cookie way. That's actually then that's actually eatable. A nice break day last night. Yesterday, apparently people were working on the break day. I shouldn't say anything because we were working as well. But yes, I hope you had a nice break day. Oh, okay, Samuel.
Start with the status of the various groups.
Especially what was done yesterday.
Finish this. Now the abstract interpreter is using the operations. And it's also not accessing anymore the value stored into constant produced by the operations. Stackless?
Yeah, I had another lot of situations, and actually it helped very much also to talk to Jacob, and I ended up implementing coroutine version that's running on application level. It is almost ready, it is usable, it can switch, it has exception handling, it can support deletion.
There are things operations that raise something.
Yeah.
We would like to insert calls instead of
making them
an
implicitly
operation.
raised.
So basically turn them into functioning calls, and then the function call could be primitive and optimized away again for assembler backends that supports native overflow detection or this kind of stuff. But otherwise, it would be a call to a function that does the check explicitly by hand and raised by hand.
It raises by hand on low graph level and not inside the operation implicitly. That means our current implementation of diff with overflow and with zero checking would go away, or would still be there?
Yes, but it will be there, but in Python, not written down. So you would really have a flow graph for it.
Okay.
is a function. It takes whatever object that implement indexed access, and we are trying to access the first element, the second element there, because Python indexing is zero-based. So f of this is a list, and the second element is 2. This is our program. Then every so will then get compiled into bytecode. This here is our interpreter, and precisely in this part here, as we says the local state to this function while it's executed, it will be a frame, and here instead, indeed the frame will contain this object, these Python values, which from the point of view of value interpreters are really boxes, black boxes, but they live inside this, which is the object space.
This is a small graph. We start from our Python code, which is this restricted subset of Python, via abstract interpretation, produce a flow graph, perform type inference, have an annotated flow graph. Then we specialize it to a low-level flow graph, which contains only operations that are at the level of the target. And then we produce C code, which is then compiled and can be run without any underlying method anymore.
I suppose I regret a bit that there was not really anyone from Mallorca in the sprint itself. But, well, I mean, we learned a bit late, I suppose, that it was exam times for the students.